Hello everyone, welcome to my channel AI Learning Solutions. This is Shalini and let's begin. So, Microsoft Fabric is the one-stop solution for all the data professionals. You may be a data scientist, you may be a data engineer, a decision maker, data analyst. You all are looking for data. And for working on your data, you are moving on different tools and platforms. So Fabric is giving you one-stop solution to get access to your data in a very secured manner. So let's understand in brief what is the architecture of Microsoft Fabric. Fabric is a SaaS service, but which I mean software as a service. And its foundation is one lake, which follows the principle of one copy. No data movement, no duplicacy of your data. The data is maintained in the one lake in a hierarchical namespace in the form of folders and files only. You may store your data in Lakehouse, in warehouse, in SQL database, but it is all getting saved in a Delta Lake format. The Delta table supported by one lake. For your entire tenant, there will be one lake instance available, and in that one lake instance, the data professionals of your organization can access to your data from that single instance, but with a very secured manner. So further, I will today show you a small demo how to begin with Fabric and how to create a lake house, how to upload a data file into the lake house, and how to convert a file into the table format. So let's begin with a quick demo. As I told you that Microsoft Fabric is a SaaS service. So to access Microsoft Fabric, you need to open a browser and access the URL app.fabric.microsoft.com. Now to work for Microsoft Fabric account, I have already created a tenant account, and on that tenant I have activated a trial license for the Fabric. So in case if you are not having any trial account, you may create a tenant for yourself and then activate the trial, or what you can do, if you can subscribe for Azure for free, from there you will get a tenant, and for that tenant account you can use this same portal app.fabric.microsoft.com. You need to enter that email ID and you will be able to activate your trial account. So at this point of time, I have already created it. Let me log in inside it. So after giving the email ID, I will submit it. Once you log in to this portal, you will have this Fabric section below. You can see at the bottom left. From here, you will switch to Fabric interface, Fabric UI, or Power BI UI. But at this point of time, definitely we are interested to work on Fabric, so I'll stay in the Fabric environment. Now, as I have already mentioned that from this platform, be it data engineer, be it data scientist, be it data analyst, they all can work on the single platform. So how to work on this platform? The task starts from the workspace creation. So let me create a workspace. So to create the workspace, I have to switch to the workspace section here, and I'm going to create a new workspace. So from this, I will be able to create a new workspace. Okay. When I'm going to create this new workspace, I will definitely select the trial capacity of the Fabric account. So let me show you. I'm going to create a workspace. Let's say demo workspace. I can add some description or training. We can add domain also. I have not created any domain. I'll show you later on video how to create a domain as well. If we want to upload any image for this workspace identification, we can upload an image as well. And from the advanced section, we can select the license mode. So as I mentioned, I'm going to work in the trial capacity. So make sure this trial is selected and click on apply. So this way it will create a workspace in a trial capacity. Now how I get this trial capacity? As I mentioned, I have activated the trial license. From my profile section, I'm able to activate the trial license from here. Okay, and from this particular section, you can see I'm highlighting here. I can see my trial is activated. Now that is the first step. Now inside the workspace, as I mentioned, I'm going to show you how to create a lake house. It's very easy to start. So I will just create this new item option. And from this new item, I will search for lake house. So when I select this lake house, it is asking me what is the name of the lake house we wanted to create. So I'm saying my first lake house. So Lakehouse is giving us to work with our data. It can store your data in any format, and if your data is a tabular data, you can get the delta format of your table, and it will generate Parquet files, which is a standard format for working in big data platforms. You will able to get it immediately. Not only this, when your data is in the delta format in the Lakehouse, you can query your data via T-SQL as well. Or if you wanted to work on your data using PySpark, Scala, R language, like I mean to say, you wanted to run your code on your data, that is also possible. And once your data is there in the Lakehouse, it also generates a default semantic model. And when we have this default semantic model, with that semantic model, we can create a report as well. So everything is ready in one time. Get the data, create the table, query the data via code or via SQL, and with the help of semantic model, you can build your analytical reports as well. So in this demo, I'm just going to add the files and going to create the tables. So let's see how to do it. So I go to the file section. I'm creating a subfolder. Let's say this is my data folder. And in this data folder, I would like to upload a file which is available in my machine only. It's a CSV file. I'm uploading the file here. And you can see file has been uploaded. If I click off this, I can preview the data from the file directly, and you can see it's a CSV file data. Now once you have the file which supports tabular format, I can very easily load this data to my tables section. So I'm saying load to tables, new table. I'm creating a sales table, and it will load the data into the tables folder here. So now you can see the sales table is ready, and if I click on this table, I will be able to preview my data right here. And how can I identify that it is a delta table? So when you look at the icon of this table, just observe here, there is a delta symbol. So that represents a delta table here. Okay. And as I mentioned, you can query the data via T-SQL, via code also. If you wanted to work with the code, you have the option to open the notebook. You can open a new notebook, or if any notebook is already there inside your workspace to work with this table, you can play around with the existing notebook. Now, in the right section, just observe here, the right section is giving you the option to switch to SQL Analytics endpoint interface. So basically, when you generate the data, when you have your data inside the Lakehouse, you can get this SQL Analytics endpoint, which is a read-only endpoint. So via this endpoint, you will not be able to modify your data, but yes, you can query your data. So let me show you a very quick example further. So here I have got my table, and if I wanted to write any query, I will quickly go to this new query section and I can write my query. Let's say select everything from the sales table. I can write any level of analytical query here, and it is showing us the data here. So my data is coming. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the semantic model has also been built here. So let me show you that as well. So I switch to my workspace, and if you just see, this is my Lakehouse. Under the Lakehouse, I'm getting the SQL Analytical endpoint, as well as I'm getting the semantic model. So when I wanted to create a report out of it, there are various options. I'm just showing you a small demo further. I'll go to these more options, and I'm going to select this auto create report. Although I can create report manually, I'm just using this feature to automatically create the report. So you can see the report is ready, and we can play with this report, we can add, we can modify this report, and it's an interactive report. So that's all for this demo. Now, if you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel, you can share this video, and keep watching this space for more videos. Thank you.